Don't let time run out. These are the final days of Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. Don't miss your chance to save thousands during our biggest sale of the year and get clearance pricing on a huge selection of new Hondas. Hurry in now before time runs out at Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Nice.
You are really going after it.
You are. That's good.
Well,
What are you doing? Is it stirred? Did you get it stirred?
Yeah, I got the just a hint of Kahlua in it.
Oh.
Look at the monitor. You're being spied on.
Oh.
Speaking of,
You're being spied on.
Yes.
Julie Chin Moonves gave me this mug many years ago, and Gail King
Yes.
has been promising me a CBS Mornings mug.
How's that going?
I'm going to call today.
You should.
You're going to call? If she doesn't pick up, I'll give you Oprah's number because I have that, and we can see if Oprah can get it for you.
I love that.
Because
We're
we're
getting
close.
between two celebrities here. This is big time.
How deep is that?
So
So deep in here.
You want a little coffee with your Kahlua?
Oh, good Lord.
Thank you very much.
It looked about the right color for Kahlua.
Yeah, it sure did. Little light and toasted.
Hey, you got to stay warm. You got to stay warm, right?
Sweet it is. Oh, gosh.
Might need
Nobody
that
understands
to get
that
through.
at this table but me because I'm old enough to remember that
There you
show.
go. I got to go refill.
Jackie Gleason.
I'm at the bottom of this thing right here.
Ooh. Yeah, a new fresh pot. Is it
Yeah.
cold? Is it warm?
Coffee's always cold.
Stop. What did you do? Okay, what did you talk about, Jackie Gleason? What did you mention?
Yeah, he always used to come out there with his coffee cup, and it didn't have coffee in it. And he would sip it, and he'll go, how sweet it is.
And not coffee.
The Jackie Gleason show in the 60s. Y'all
Come
are
on.
too young.
Okay. Heard of
Google
it.
it.
Never watched it.
Have you heard of Jackie Gleason?
Yes.
Okay.
I have, but the only reason I'm familiar with it is from that scene in Back to the Future. I'm like, now we
nice.
can watch Jackie Gleason. That's the only reason why I know that.
You don't remember the Honeymooners?
Well, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, of
I
course.
know you do because you're old.
Oh, no, not insult. Hurling
It's
insult.
not- it's not-
He said I'm going to bring you down with me.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He doesn't remember the original show, though.
No, it's all
dee,
reruns.
dee,
All
dee,
reruns.
dee, dee.
Yeah, it's not
That
great.
was the honeymoon, the theme song.
Original.
song.
Yeah.
So, actually, we can all, the most important member of the team this morning, Matt Venezia.
Matt Venezia.
Yeah, we're going to get back out. We need to get back out to him here in a quick minute. We're going to do some weather traffic first. Man, it's busy out there for Baton Rouge firefighters. They had a lot going on today.
Sure did. That from authorities. There were multiple fire
Yeah.
scenes. We've got a shooting to talk
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah.
A lot to get to. But in terms of weather and traffic, today seemingly quiet. Knock on
Yeah,
wood.
and traffic, and you're always reminding us about the importance of how to use a space heater. Not saying that these fires this morning, but every time it gets cold, and then next week, people are
Yeah, here
going
it
to
comes.
really be
Yeah.
looking for ways to warm up. So,
Yeah, and a lot of us actually make those mistakes. We leave them on all night while we're sleeping.
or you use
and-
an extension cord that's not rated for that. An extension cord, if you feel that extension cord, it's hot. It's got to be plugged into a wall.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's good advice. So we going
How
to
you
do
were
it
going
with
there.
that?
Yeah, so when we talked about the cold to come, it's not quite here. It's going to be a good day today.
Yeah, it really is. Today's going to be one of the nicer days of the week. So get out there and enjoy. Let's go ahead. There it is. I was waiting for that shot. And it is beautiful. Oh, what a nice shot over there. Overlooking False River, looking live. We're looking good, but it is a little bit cold. Matter of fact, we just slipped another degree. Now we're at 38 degrees. We were at about 40 about an hour ago, but nevertheless, we are going to see things warm up. We're going to get a little bit more mild in the afternoon. We like that. Had 62 degrees yesterday, right on the money with where we typically are this time of year. And by the way, we get even warmer. Friday going into Saturday. Saturday, the warmest day by far as we get temperatures in the low to mid 70s. And then the strong cold front comes to town. That's going to give us a chance of rain Friday night into Saturday morning. But the good news, we're not worried about anything severe. For a second, that was a concern, but it doesn't look like that's a big deal. And then next week, we're still tracking the Arctic blast. Confidence is high that it's going to be ridiculously cold next week. Confidence is not so high about the precipitation because the models, they just keep going back and forth. I'm going to show you a little bit of that. There's the back edge of the rain. We were expecting a couple of, we would call them nuisance showers in the overnight. We had them. We expected them to get out of here around midnight, and they've done so. And now, not only that, but not even that much in the way of cloud cover. So we're going to take that. No question, the day of transition is going to be on Saturday. That's where the moisture spikes up. That's where the temperature spikes up. And then you see that big drop off, dew points all the way down to the teens. How about that? MLK Monday, Monday and Tuesday. And anytime this far down to the south, you get your dew points down to the teens, it usually takes some kind of polar front or polar plunge. And this Arctic air mass, by the way, is going to affect a very big part of the nation. We're going to start to feel the effects on Sunday, but we're really going to get that colder stuff on MLK Monday. For today, though, looking good. Jacket in the morning. You may not want the jacket in the afternoon. Highs get into the lower 60s or actually the mid 60s, and then we'll have a mixture of sun and clouds beyond that. So here comes that cold front. And again, we're not going to see any severe weather with this. And look at that. The rain wraps up actually pretty quickly by about 9 a.m. Saturday. That's it. It starts to get out of here. The rest of the day, Saturday's dry, Sunday's dry. So the majority of the weekend looking good. It just starts to turn colder after that front, right? And now the GFS is showing a whole lot of white around here. Again, the timing of the precipitation and the type of precipitation is definitely still in the air, but we do have a decent chance of at least a wintry mix. And again, what the GFS is showing here, they've gone back and forth so many times. They've moved it up a little bit faster, though. They're saying it's more of an event that's Monday late night into Tuesday. But again, the timing on that could still change. The bottom line of it, we know it's going to be frigid next week, and there will be a chance of winter weather. So we definitely need to keep up to date with that. Today's going to be great, though. Mostly sunny, 64. Get out there and enjoy. Once again, tonight we're going to be hovering right around 40, but we stay dry, so that's not too bad. What a difference over the weekend. High of 72 on Saturday. Look at that. Sunday, high struggle just to get out of the upper 40s. And real quickly, I'm going to give you a shot of the 10-day forecast. Again, the timing might shift, so where I've written wintry mix, we might have to push that more into Monday night into Tuesday. But the bottom line, Tuesday really could be a tricky weather day for all of us. Johnny?
Thank you, Jared Silverman. Good morning, everybody. We're looking at a little crash on 110 northbound. A little bit of a backup. Left lane was temporarily blocked a few minutes ago. If you're going out toward catch an on-time departure out of BTR, you're going to be fine on 110. They're wrapping up their investigation. One vehicle left, one emergency vehicle left there blocking that left lane near Chippewa. No backups associated with that whatsoever. Take you out to another map. Our MVP, our most valuable player today, was Baton Rouge Fire Department, and second to that was Matt Venezia. He was on the scene of a couple of fires, one of them right here behind the Delmont Village area, and then we scoot over here, the other one over here near Kaufman Street. More on that after the break.
Well, I tell you, a lot of breaking news to get to. We're actually going to jump back out to Matt Venezia live here in a quick second to talk about the fires, but got to get you started with a shooting investigation in Baton Rouge now, Liz. This is Red Oak Drive last night?
We're told this happened right around 8:45, so that's right there near the corner of Sherwood Forest and Florida Boulevard.
Oh, sure.
We're told this happened there, and the victim here is in critical condition with serious injuries this morning. Still working to find out the latest as to what led up to this, how that victim's doing this morning. A lot to follow up with here as we wait for a response from first responders.
Speaking of first responders, my goodness, active this morning. BRFD Fire Department and the police department at a couple of scenes this morning, house fires. Our Matt Venezia has been along for that ride.
So let's take you out to the very latest here. Matt Venezia is at the Kaufman Street fire. And Matt, what does the scene look like here in the 7 o'clock hour?
Yeah, Liz, you know, it definitely looks a lot more contained. They've been working on it since 6:16. That's when Baton Rouge Fire Department showed up. You can see right now, guys getting on the roof, right? They're still getting after it here. No one in the home. Great news about that. But it appears that about a family of 5 was living in the home. Again, no one was home when this thing went down. That is kind of the update we have here on the home here on Kaufman Street. However, this is not where our day began. We were out on the scene at around 4 a.m. a little bit earlier this morning over at Long Longfellow, and that house fire, rather more of a apartment slash duplex kind of fire. You're seeing what the blazes looked like earlier this morning. And again, the crew showed up there at about 3:31 to try to contain what was going on over there. Again, in that situation as well, no one in the home, no one injured. However, keep this in mind for both this fire that you're seeing on your screen as well as the one we're at right now on Kaufman Street. Investigators on the scene trying to figure out exactly how this happened, what each of these fires, what led to them happening. And that is more of the information we're going to hope to learn here in the coming, hours throughout the day, maybe even later this week. We'll see. That'll be something that the fire department will be sure to let us know, and we want you to know that, and you can keep up with that again on WAFB.com and our 9 News app. With that, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Matt, thank you. A lot to follow for us this morning. He's been live out there at the scene, the first scene there on Longfellow Drive with photographer Brandon Shackelford. That's some of the video you were looking at earlier that Matt showed you there. Again, no injuries to note there. Then moving during the middle of our show, during 9 News this morning, over to the Kaufman Street fire.
It's been a very busy morning, to your point. And you've seen, looking at that video, you saw they had the aerial unit out. I mean, you guys, there's not a lot of fires in the Baton Rouge area that require an aerial unit, a ladder truck, that kind of a thing. But they called out, they rang a second bell on that Kaufman fire, a 2-alarm. So they can get some of that extra help, and typically that's when maybe a ladder were to show up. But you can see that video attacking it from the air, trying to get after it pretty quickly. But to Matt's point, both of those scenes very busy, very active. Crews out there for a while. As for the cause, again, going to be looked at. But like you said, nobody injured.
We'll see. Thankfully, though, we don't have winds that firefighters are dealing with this morning to kind of exacerbate those flames.
Yeah, it really makes a difference because the winds were calm here. I mean, we saw in California, the wind, it makes all the difference in the world, especially it could really spread something fast. But they did a good job, and it looks like they got there expeditiously.
It's a good crew. It's a good crew. You heard Kermani talking about it. We were just talking about it as well. We do not know the cause yet, and let's just put that out there. We understand that more fires typically happen during our winter months when folks are trying to stay cool. And you heard Kermani with the Baton Rouge Fire Department talking about staying warm. Did I say cool?
I think you said cool.
Yeah, as we try to stay warm. He said just be careful as you try to do that in your own homes. Again, they are still working to determine the cause.
Check on your neighbors too, especially as we expect the colder months. Please check on your neighbors. Make sure they have a way to stay warm instead of using the oven, right? We talk about that so often too.
I've seen that.
Not only that, I have some older family here in Louisiana. Sometimes if you've got the gas range, they'll have the flame up. That's an open flame.
It's dangerous.
I was in first grade and I was warming my shirt over a gas flame and caught the dang thing on fire.
Are you serious?
That was back then. That was more common.
We did that.
Yeah, it was more common.
Boy, Mom was mad.
Yes, please learn from that. Stay safe.
It's the final countdown for Toyotathon at Team Toyota. Don't miss your chance to get year-end savings on new 24 and 25 Tundras with 2.99% financing, or a new 25 Camry for just $329 a month. Hurry in and save at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.